Hello, today we're here for another video. Today I have the Lenovo Duet Chromebook tablet, 2-in-1 actually. And this came out in May of 2020. A lot of reviewers at the time said it was an excellent Chromebook, and most of them rated it as one of the best Chromebooks, if not the best Chromebook of the year. So let's go through it today and see what we can discover about it and see if it is still worth getting today. In the box, you're going to get the tablet. You're going to get a plug-in keyboard. And you're going to get a back cover, which we'll go into a little more detail, and I'll show you how all these things go together. Then you're also going to get a 10-watt charger in the box, and you're going to get a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter jack dongle in there, so that's really nice. Most companies don't include that anymore. At this size, basically we're mostly going to have this as a tablet at 10.1 inches here. So we'll just show you what is going on with it. On the left side, there is nothing. On the right, we got the power button, the volume rocker, and down on the bottom, we got that one USB port and the LED indicator. The bottom has where the keyboard magnetically clips in. The top has 2 speakers and 2 microphones. On the top, in the front, I should say, we have a camera. There's no notch, but it's only a 2-megapixel camera, so that will serve for Zoom calls and things like that, but it's not any high quality camera. On the back side, we got the 8-megapixel camera, which will also serve not really for photos, but for scanning documents and QR codes and things like that. It's got the 2-tone color here. It's made of an aluminum alloy. This is the only color that it comes in, and it is a very sturdy tablet. Feels very high quality, so very impressive. The Duet comes in 2 versions, the only difference being that one is a 64 gigabyte of storage and the other one has 128. There's about a $40 to $50 difference between the two, so you could decide which one works best for you. Both versions have 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is plenty for a Chromebook, I think. The processor is a MediaTek Helio P60T, which is a mid-range tablet that came out a few years ago, and the equivalent Snapdragon is a 660. So a mid-range processor, but I haven't had any problems with this so far for what I was using it for. It does have a 7,000 milliamp battery, and the display is a 16:10 aspect ratio. So the videos fill most of the screen. You just have some little black bars on the top. And I'll just show you what one of these will look like here. You got a little bars on the top and bottom, but still a very good aspect ratio for any kind of movies that we're going to be watching. So we have the speakers on the top. They're not the best quality, but they do sound fine, and they do get plenty loud. So that's I think that'd be fine if you're using that. I personally usually have headphones on, but the speakers work just fine if you wanted to use them. And we have the back cover here. Has a very nice textured feel to it. And this magnetically attaches to the back of the tablet. So let's do that here. And then you can see that we just open this up, and that will prop up at any angle that you want. And it is very sturdy. It will stay in the position that you leave it. So that is real nice. If you want to use the keyboard, we could attach that in here. And then we have our tablet. It automatically goes into tablet mode. And we can get into the Chromebook how it works exactly, but we'll just assume that everybody knows. And this is, again, the tablet mode of it. The keyboard is very nice. It is only a 10.1 inch screen, so the keyboard is a little squished, especially up here in the top right corner. You'll notice some of the keys are like half-sized, but that's okay. Once you start getting used to it, it is not really a problem at all. The specs say that this is a 1.3 millimeter travel for each key, so that is nice. It's not a full keyboard, but for a tablet keyboard it works very good. And the bonus is that it has an included trackpad here, which works very good. And most keyboards don't have that, so that is a very nice feature that is included. So with using this device, I usually get about 10 to 12 hours easily on it, and you could just turn on here. It says 95%, 7 hours left. That is not always 100% accurate, but I usually get at least 10 to 12 hours of screen on time. Then the other nice thing about this is if you forget about it and just don't turn it off and put it in a corner for a little while, I have gone back to it 1 or 2 weeks later, and very minimal battery drain on it. So the sleep mode on this is very efficient. The included charger, the 10-watt charger, charges this in about from 0 to 100% in about 3 hours. So not a very quick charging device, but you can charge it overnight. It usually is not too much of an issue. The the tablet can handle 15-watt charger, so if you have one of those, the tablet will charge in about 2 hours, so a little bit better. And a lot of the apps for the Chromebook have gotten much better, and most of them are optimized now for the tablet version, and they're not just for a phone version on a big screen. So most of the apps now are optimized for the tablet version, so very few, I haven't had an issue with any of them, so they all seem to be working very good. In the past that was an issue, but Google's made a lot of improvements recently, and so most of the apps work just fine on the tablet. And if not, you could always go to the web version if you want to use Word or any other documents like that. No issues at all using it, and with the keyboard you could type up documents on this, you could do Excel spreadsheets. Basically, you could do anything that you would on a tablet and a laptop, except some heavy, intense gaming or video editing, things like that, that this would not be your tablet. But everything else works very good on this. If you wanted to do shopping websites, if you wanted to watch media or videos, if you want to do YouTube, or like I said, do a Word document or emails, this would work very good for just about everything you might need. And again, the processor is not the fastest, but I'll just show you here. I'm not a big gamer, but I downloaded Asphalt 9 just to see if it would work, and I haven't had any issues with it. So again, this is an excellent Chromebook. You can compare it to some of the other devices like an iPad that you would have to get an extra keyboard for because it's not included, the Surface Pro or the new Samsung S8 tablet. Those do have better hardware and better processor, but for most people, I think this will do just about everything you would need, and you don't need the extra. You don't need to spend the extra money for the processor that you probably won't use much unless you are a very heavy gamer or doing some real extensive programs on the tablet or the laptop. But this works for just about everything that I've done, and I think for most people's use, this will work out very well. It's also a Chromebook, keep in mind, which is better than Android tablets, I think, because they do have updates that come in used to be every 6 weeks, now it's every 4 weeks. And the updates actually are not just background fixes. They actually have new features that they bring in all the time, and there's a lot of new things that they listen to people and update. So that's a really nice feature with the Chromebooks. And for the Duet, you're going to get updates until 2028, which is a very good thing. That a lot of the Android tablets have increased some of their lifespan a little bit, but some of them only get 1 or 2 updates and that's it. So that at least you're guaranteed to have 2028 updates on this. So the pros of this, again, the great battery life. It is very light, even with the keyboard and the back together here. It's only 2 pounds, and I could just show you that goes in there. It's very portable. It's a little loose, there's a little fine tuning that they could have done on some of this, but by and large it's very good, and the keyboard does function as a cover and a protection on there. The back kickstand here is also very nice, but that could be a little smaller and a little lighter. It also does stick out a little bit than the tablet, and it is a little sharp. So if you want to keep a cover on there, which I like to do, just to keep from getting any scratches, it's a little uncomfortable to hold for long periods, but not very a big issue. Some of the other cons on the device is there is no fingerprint scanner, there is no facial unlock, which would have been nice. So it does have the one USB-C port, so you can use that for this and put your headphones in there, or you could use it for charging, but you wouldn't be able to charge and listen to music at the same time. You also wouldn't be able to charge it and use it as a second screen, which some people might be interested in doing. So there's a couple little things you have to keep in mind when you're doing this. Again, there's no fingerprint scanner and no facial unlock, but you can, with the new Chromebook features, you could just unlock your phone that's linked to the tablet, and then the tablet will unlock for you. So easy workaround with that. With the keyboard, again, there is some smaller buttons up here that take a little getting used to and hitting it just right, but it does come with the trackpad, which is real nice. There is no number pad on the keyboard, which you wouldn't expect on this size tablet and keyboard combo. There's no backlight, again, not really expected, but it would have been nice. So the Chromebook, you can get it now for $299. If you look and catch it on sale or get a refurbished model, it is cheaper. And compared to, like I said, the S8, a tablet where you have to buy an extra keyboard and buy extra things, it does get very expensive. So for the value that you get on this, I think it is a very good tablet. It is also, I didn't mention, it does support a pen, and it does have palm rejection on here, and it does use the standard USI. So the tablet does support USI protocols for so any pen that supports that will be supported on this tablet. It does work very good here. The screenwriting and note taking on this is not comparable with an S Pen or by any means. So you can also take notes on here real easy. Again, it doesn't compare to an S Pen or an Apple Pencil, but still very nice if you want to jot down some quick notes. And Google also does have a program that will recognize your handwriting and turn it into text if you'd like. So it is a very good device. Again, it includes everything except the pen here. Otherwise, it is a very good device, and I think it's still worth it. I'm going to be updating some more videos and showing you the new versions of the Duet that have come out. There's a couple of versions of this, and we will directly compare them, and you can see which one works best for you. The new Duet has a bigger screen and some other extra features that might be nice, and when you see it compared against each other, you could be able to make a good decision on which one will work best for you. So please subscribe, and hopefully we'll get that video to you very soon. Thank you.